So just coming out here to put some corn out for the deer, and from that video you can see there was probably, I don't even know, you could probably count them, but there was probably like maybe 20 geese, 20 to 30 geese. I don't even know how many, you can go through and count them, but just coming out here to put some corn down. And you know, I plan on hunting those geese, but with my you can't really see it, it's pretty much gone. The deer have eaten all of it, but if I'm gonna hunt those geese, obviously I can't be hunting with a bait pile down and stuff out here in the field, so probably end up moving that back. But I've got quite a few months, or a month or so, until I start worrying about that, so we'll see. But I'll end up moving that back in the woods here in the next couple weeks, and then change the deer patterns here. I'm just more or less getting them out of the woods here or the deer out of the woods to see what I got here and whatnot, and see what's walking through here. So as we get closer to the end of the month and stuff, I'll probably move it back into the woods, so that way we can change some patterns here a little bit. So got a couple different tracks I'm going to try. I got this Tractor Supply. This is a popular one. It's cotton candy. It's a 25-pound bag, so I'll probably lay that down today. I've got some Apple Crush. I've been using the stuff from Cabela's, but this is a 20-pound bag and it goes a little bit longer. And then I went to a local feed store and just bought some just regular corn, 50-pound bags, a little bit cheaper than buying it from Tractor Supply or Roll King, wherever you buy your corn from, or even if you go to Cabela's, that stuff's a little bit more expensive. All right, so I got my the neighbor's roosters going off. That's one thing I'm planning on doing out here, is eventually maybe getting some chickens, help with getting some eggs. I do eat quite a few eggs and stuff, so that'd be nice to have and be able to have that on here. Look at this. I just saw this. All those feathers from them damn geese. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I got my corn laid out here. You can probably see it there. But usually only put like 50-pound bag out at a time, especially out here in the open. I don't have a feeder or anything, so if it were rain or something like that, it'd get drenched up. So usually I put about 50 pounds out at a time, come out here like once a week or so. And it's usually about gone by the time I get out here, so I keep an eye on it on the cameras. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna walk through here and see what else I can find. So this is the area that I cleared out when I first started out here. One of my buddies helped me clean this out here. This was just kind of like an area that I kind of wanted to have open, so that way could get to and from places a little bit easier. But you know, obviously I got my other video, that other trail is like over there, so that's kind of like my main trail in and out. But here's my mineral lick. They've been hitting this on the cameras decent amount, so they come through here a couple times a night. So I had a pretty nice, one thing I didn't mention over on my corn pile was I had a pretty nice buck that was a couple of them that had been through. So hopefully maybe I can link a photo or put a photo up in here and show you guys. But yeah, I'll show you where this corn is from here. And they have little different trails and stuff out coming through here. Right there's my corn pile, and then my mineral licks right over there. Do I know what I'm doing with this stuff? No, just kind of doing whatever the hell I want. Just had a little bit of guidance from some buddies and stuff, but just kind of seeing what works. I mean, if you feed them, they're going to come out more than likely. But another thing I kind of got going for me here is I have a bunch of oak trees out here, so there's a bunch of acorns on the ground, a bunch of acorns back in the woods and stuff too, so they definitely are eating on that stuff too. Brush pile's drying out. I'm gonna have probably a campfire, or campfire. It's gonna be a lot bigger than a campfire, but gonna have a burning night, camp out weekend here coming up, and probably the first week of November. Try to get out here and get some stuff burn up. Here's my wood piles. Try to get a lot of this burn up too. And then I got my big ass oak tree here. Try to get this stuff split up. And then when we do that campfire weekend thing, burning weekend, whatever you want to call it, this trail's dying out nice, getting it uncovered and stuff. All the undergrowth and stuff's pretty much died off, so that's good. But just kind of walking back here to see if I can see anything new or anything going on back here. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got a new phone, so maybe this video quality's a little bit better too, so. There's that. I want to get back out here, and this is where I kind of started going a little wild with the weed whacker, and then started coming back and cut all that stuff down. But gotta go all through that yet. There's gonna be a decent amount of little trees and stuff I'll probably cut down and whatnot to get through all of this. But you can kind of see right here, there's a trail that the deer, turkeys, whatever else use. Pretty decent right here. That's about it. So I mentioned that I have a decent amount of oak trees and stuff, but it looks like the oaks are starting to drop their nuts. There's a acorn right there. So that'll be in my favor out here. I didn't realize how many oaks I had out here, but there's a bunch. So the deer are they probably frequent this. I talked to the neighbor last week or so. He said that this property, it's used to be farmland, and then it's now obviously it's sold off for housing and stuff, but this hasn't really been touched in quite a few years. And he said that the deer always come through here, the turkeys come through here. So one thing I didn't show you, I was walking past this turkey feathers. I think there's some more back here I walked past. And there's one. Bunch of them right here. But it's a beautiful morning out. What is it? A week or so, 2 weeks, about 2 weeks maybe away, that I'm going to get out here with a zero turn and just knock this down one more time this year. And then it's gonna be, a lot of it's starting to die off already, but come out here and mow it one more time and see how it goes for the fall. It'll be fine. I don't see it growing up too bad, but eventually what I'll end up doing is doing a video and kind of talking about as I get closer to building. But my plan is, where that grass right there is still tall, I got my stakes in. There's one on the corner. I don't know if you can really see it right there or not, but there's another one over there. Where that grass line is potentially where I'm going to put the back of the house, the barn dominium that I'm going to build. So the plan currently is that I'm going to end up doing probably build my shop part first and try to do it in stages, if the builder will work with me on that, and then put living quarters in it for a little while, maybe like a year or two, until I build up the money to build the rest of it, and then at least I can get to working out here. So but the first line of business is to get the driveway in and where I'm going to put the driveway is right, pretty much right where that path is coming back here. So that way I kind of keep that left side open. And probably a lot of that's unmowed. I'll try to keep that a little bit longer, but you know, still keep it mowed down a couple times a year. But we'll see. One thing I didn't mention was, you know, I haven't really done a video on when I mowed this the first time, but I went through and put all these stakes in before I mowed. You can see one. And this is where I'm gonna put the driveway probably eventually. But you can see I've got it it's worn down pretty good now. But I went to Menards and bought me 20 T-post fence posts. I think they're 6-footers. Came out here with my dad, my girlfriend, and we drove these stakes in, and just to kind of mark the property lines. You can kind of see the other stake here. That's from the surveyor guy, or whatever you want to call him, the guy that surveyed the land initially. I paid him a little bit of money. He came back out here and just remarked everything because it wasn't marked very well. And then just put these stakes in where those places that he marked out were. And then this kind of goes all the way over to there. You can kind of see, I'll get down here. You can kind of see the line there. And I went all the way over to the property line over there. And then eventually what's going to happen is this fall, and you see where the property line goes back in the woods there. And then it just follows that woods line to the back, or that tree line to the back, all the way to the back of the property. But when the foliage starts to kind of fall off here this fall, he's gonna come back out and mark the woods out, mark my property lines out, just so that way I know where everything's at in the woods. So I told the neighbor the other day when I met him, I said, you know, no disrespect or anything, I don't want you to think that I'm gonna put a fence up or anything, but just want to know for sure where our property lines are at, so that way we, you know, aren't doing anything, you know, across each other's property lines to get each other in trouble or anything like that. So just want to cover my bases, you know, recommend that kind of stuff especially since I just bought the place and I don't know it very well. So, but it's the other side of the drive. I have there's like a swale, or I don't even know what you would get. It's kind of like a waterway, I guess. It's not really that big of a waterway though. But this, you can see it where it's greener here. It's got a lot of clover and stuff growing in it, but that goes back over, you know, obviously all the way up to the fence or the tree line over there. I'm probably gonna end up having to put a tile in when I put my driveway in. We'll see what they end up deciding, what they tell me I need to do or whatnot, but I'm assuming that that's probably gonna have to happen, so that way I don't wash my driveway out, or I don't impede on the waterway's natural flow or whatever. So I don't know, I still got to figure all that stuff out. So just wanted to kind of show you guys what I was out here doing this morning. There's nothing, I just came out here just to kind of put corn out and check to see how things are looking. I got to work tonight, so I need to get home and get to sleep. Big game tonight. The Buckeyes are playing at 7:30, so tune into that and let's see if they can beat some Irish up tonight. We'll see. All right, if you like this, if you I can't even talk this morning, I'm so tired. If you like this video, great. If not, too bad.